When I had asked the clerk to add the homeless encampments as my council communication on Wednesday, it was after spending many hours with the police visiting the homeless encampments. I did not know that at the time that there would be an executive order, and I was concerned that we were going to go too long without addressing the situation that I saw firsthand. But because there is an executive order right now, I don't have too much to say because we don't control that. But I can tell you that if you have not taken the opportunity to go and literally see what's going on with your own two eyes, that you call the police and see if you can set up a time to go. It's a very sad situation. It's a very unsafe situation as well for those who are there and those, in the surrounding areas. I can tell you though that I was able to speak to a couple of people in one of the encampments and feel like I actually helped them because they didn't know they have vouchers. And I think some people don't really know what they can and can't do. It's hard to manage life in general, never mind if you don't have a computer and you are literally outside. So I just talking to someone for 5 minutes was able to help them understand that they have a housing voucher. They don't have to be there. So I don't know if there's some kind of a disconnect because they did share with me that they have two different case managers, neither of which goes into the encampment as far as I was when I was speaking to this person. So I hope that when the new committee is set up, that the providers that come and have these clients, that someone's looped in, because the disconnect could very well be, other than we do have a housing issue, the disconnect is a major problem for people who don't have networks, safety net networks. You know what I mean? They obviously don't have family they can go stay with, or they wouldn't be there. But people out there are suffering, and they are in deplorable situations. They don't even want to be there with the trash. I saw a woman bleaching the ground because she said she had gotten there and it was already like that, and she wanted to be in a clean environment. We have to clean this up. There's needles. I didn't even understand that the caps from the needles that were everywhere, I was told would very likely have fentanyl on them, and if I touch them, that I could have a problem. So people don't know this, anyone who's walking by, anybody. So I wanted to bring it back up because it was such a emotional experience to see it firsthand that I couldn't let it go any longer without talking about it. Thank you.
Councilman Campopiano.
Thank you, Madam President. Oh, I also accompanied Councilwoman Renzulli on that tour, and I want to commend Captain Dutra for the fabulous work that he does for our police department, for the people that were out there. It is a sad situation, and I encourage all of you to take that tour so you can have a better understanding of what's going on there. Some of the encampments were empty, and one of my concerns is if a child stumbles upon it, they might think it's some type of play area or whatever, and it's very dangerous. There were open needles everywhere. There was buckets of feces. It was horrifying. So please, I just encourage you to take that trip and see firsthand what's going on. Thank you.
Any other council members? Councilwoman Harayan.
I think we all agree that something needs to be done and that we have to help these people. They are somebody's loved one. They are people. Everyone in this room got into this, what we're doing to help people. Their problem with the vouchers, like you said, there's not enough apartments. I'm helping people all the time through my full-time job that call and say, I have a voucher. This is what I need to get, but they can't find anywhere to go live. The conditions they're living in with feces, with needles, is a public health issue. Saturday night, I'm aware of a fire that was at one of the encampments with propane. That's putting them all in danger, and they could get hurt. I do wanna say right now, though, I don't know if everyone's aware of this, at the meeting we were at, people were concerned with families. There is a state law on the books that if a police officer comes upon an encampment or a homeless person with children, their job is to notify DCYF and make sure those children have a roof over their head. I did talk in depth to the colonel and to Captain Dutra, thanking them for what they do. It's not easy. It breaks your heart when you see this. They have not come across a family like that. So I think that needs to be